take a two to that, and then go to the grocery store to go do grocery shopping. Be a good day.
Yeah, I got some more of those hash nugs, bro. And this time around, I got some glacier milk.
Ooh,
Dude, pretty damn good, bro.
I just ordered something new for myself. So why don't we start off? We'll talk a little bit about that and kick into a Shedtime Podcast in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shedtime. What is Shedtime, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shedtime's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shedtime Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Shedtime Podcast. And I just ordered myself a little portable e-rig because I feel like I could safely use one of those in this apartment. And right now, because at the time of recording, ladies and gentlemen, 420 is just days away. Everybody obviously is running sales right now. And I got the email from Grenco like, hey, it's like massive cuts and 30% off site-wide. I picked up their little $80 portable e-rig that they do for $30.
Damn, dude.
And it'd be in like 45 after shipping and stuff, but like
Still ain't bad.
Like, yeah.
So it's like half price.
The one negative that people mention in the reviews is that it only lasts about 3 sessions before it needs a recharge. But like all self-contained, so it literally hides the glass vial for bubbling the water inside the whole unit. So this way, like, you don't have to worry about breaking glass or anything if you do travel with this thing. Where in my case, if it gets knocked over on the table, like, there's no threat of anything getting broken, which I think is a fantastic idea. So yeah, shout out to Grenco and the G-Pen team for this thing. I'm trying to pull it up online real quick so I can remember what the hell it's called. Yes, I am definitely plenty old, my friends. Here we go. It's the G-Pen Roam is what they call this thing. Go ahead and
Nice. I'm looking forward to seeing you use it.
I'm very excited to get my hands on it. It was like, like I said, for that price point, it was silly not to grab it just to try it. And again, if I get 2 sessions out of it before it needs a charge, still not the end of the world. I mean, that guy's pretty slick. Full temp control, all of that. Nice, small, compact size. But yeah, that's your little chamber for bubbling.
Nice.
So, pretty slick. Should be a pretty nifty come up. And I mean, everybody says it delivers. It's one downside is battery life. Well, fuck it. If I'm just using it here at the desk during a show, it's really not an imposition for me to plug in. I literally have 2 USB-Cs constantly sitting here waiting in case I need to charge stuff anyhow.
Yeah, and I mean, realistically, if it was charged before the show, you're going to get through the show. Like,
right. You know what I mean? Not the end of the world if I have to plug it in, whatever. So, like, yeah, fuck it. Give it a go. And, of course, to all of our friends who are fans of the Dynavap is throwing crazy sales right now. Definitely a great time to scoop a new Dynavap product if that's something that you're interested in. 20% off for 420 sale right now with those guys. Tons and tons of bundles they're doing. So you have so many great opportunities. And I mean, shit. we know we've been singing the praise of Dynavap for a long time that the bundle game from them is sick no matter which kit you want to look at. So like this is the time. Grab if you can grab one of these bundles, like grabbing it on one of these deals is sick. Pulling up some of those right now to see what they've got going on. So like they have a 420 bundle going for $159, and it's giving you hold on, let me pull this up a bit bigger so I can actually see what we're looking at. Oh shit, it's already sold out. That one went quick. But you're getting a one M7XL with the Dynatorch and tin, one YLL 3.0 induction heater, two 21700 batteries, something they're calling pink slips, which is a cleaner that they've created, which is a pack of 10, and a $10 gift card for Dynavap.
Damn.
All in one kit for $160. Like, that's the kind of sick bundles that they're doing right now. I mean, obviously you can see why that sold out.
Crazy.
Unless that's unless that says sold out until April 20th, like maybe on Monday it's suddenly in stock. But some of the ones that I'm seeing that are in stock, you have an Eclipse bundle. Looks like you are getting the Vong X Stealth with a fancy looking tin, a grinder, something they're calling the Dynabank.
Yeah, dude, the Dynabank's actually kind of cool, bro, because you could store your Dynavap in there along with herb, and I believe it's a grinder at the same time. So it's like you can hold extra material, ground material, plus like from what I saw like a little clip on Instagram or something.
Well, here we go for our viewing friends and everybody. Yeah, like this is the one on the Eclipse bundle here. I mean, look at that.
Because you can literally see how the top of that taller one's got that little slit. You can literally slide your cap and pull it off without having to touch it with that cap.
Which is sick because no more touching a hot cap or waiting for a cap to cool.
There's like 3 chambers in it too. So you got like one for like spent herb, one for fresh herb, and then see?
Oh yeah, because there's a debowler. Oh, that's sick. Brilliant stuff. You get this guy here, 2 different Dynavaps with 2 torches.
A couple's purchase, if you will.
Yeah, right? We got a dabbing setup with a dabber and the Dynacoil. Upgrade pieces. Yeah. You Dynavap fans, you got some great opportunities coming up right now. This is the time to do it. Just because we got to know, Puffco. I wouldn't doubt that Puffco is probably throwing you up. They've got something going too. And with Puffco right now running through the 20th. So by the time you guys hear this, you're already too late. Sorry. I mean, look at some of these deals. You get some upgrade pieces and stuff for seriously nice discounts.
Dude, a peak bund, the new peak for $198, bro. That's a good deal.
Yeah, right. Like killing it.
It's a build a bundle too. So not only do you get your Puffco, but you get an extra bowl and the hot knife for that price.
Or you could switch it for.
Oh no, never mind. Those other ones are add-ons.
So in the build a bundle, the new hot knife not discounted. It says, let's say we did an Onyx Peak with an add-on for the 3D chamber and the new hot knife.
That's still cheap.
Still comes out to $286 for the whole bundle. Because I mean,
expensive.
It's $198 for the Peak from $220. It's $38.40 from $48 for the the 3D chamber, and then a $50 hot knife.
Um,
It's a $43
pro tip.
savings.
Pro tip for anybody that needs an extra chamber for their peak: go to the 3 grams website and get their 3D XL chamber for your new peak. It's a bigger bowl. I feel like it heats better.
But yeah, man, $200 for an actual peak. That's a tough one to beat. I'm sure. Let's see what PAX Labs has going on, because PAX has always been doing their thing. And yes, I am certainly of age to be looking at weed stuff. Oh, I have to select my state on your website. Leave it to PAX. Oh yeah, PAX doing gummies now. That's right. As well as actual cannabis in dispensaries. Yeah, let's take a look. Have we got any sales going on right now for the classic PAX Dry vapes? PAX Flow and a grip sleeve, $250, so $100 off. The PAX 4, $175 from $250. So they're offering some good deals right now as well. I was never personally a fan of the PAX. The mouthpiece is just very not comfortable for me. I've never
It really
liked
isn't
it.
a mouthpiece.
Well, so there is a molded mouthpiece, like an actual mouthpiece for it, but it's still not comfortable. Otherwise, yeah, you just got to breathe out of a corner, and that too is never comfortable. But the fact that, like, that little corner, like, it never hit for me. Never hit for me at all. I know tons of people who love it, swear by it. I'm a big fan of their actual vapes that they sell in the dispensary. But all of this is a perfect way for me to segue into this right here, which is that PAX recently funded a study to look into the harm reduction benefits of vaporizing cannabis products versus combusting cannabis products. And obviously, we've been saying it for a while. We already know, just based on our experience through nicotine vaping, that there's going to be a harm reduction. But now PAX has got some actual scientific data to back it up. They actually studied a handful, 16 to be exact, compounds that are produced through the process of combustion that are known to be harmful compounds. And what they were able to find is that between their trip, their flow, and then smoking a joint, the trip significantly had reduced, as you can see here, benzene to 0.02 nanograms or whatever the measurement is, compared to their flow, giving you 1.1, compared to the smoking joint at 103. And that's just one compound. The formaldehyde, one that a lot of people know is terrible. Nobody wants to be breathing in embalming fluid. With their trip, 0.37, 0.15 on the PAX flow, but 42.8 from smoking a joint. This acetaldehyde, I'm sure I just butchered that one. 0.19 for the PAX trip, 4.97 for their flow, but 227 on the joint from smoking. So pretty interesting stuff that in some compounds they were able to see a 99% reduction in exposure to these harmful compounds. So I think that's a big win for cannabis vaping and vaping technologies
it's a great
in
win
general.
for non-combustion.
For sure, dude.
Which obviously none of us are surprised by.
I mean,
well, let's be honest. Like, how much better do you are you able to breathe just in general since you quit combusting, completely? For me, I feel like
I will say that it's a big difference for sure. But like, I will also say that like in the last month and a half, I have combusted like, I don't want to say every single day, but I've probably smoked like 20 joints. Which is disappointing for me, but it's like really part of it is just like everything that's kind of like happened where I'm at right now. It's like a lot more difficulties. My Dynavap, I can't do it inside. Outside, it's always windy. I'm not gonna go sit in my car, so like I'll just smoke a joint like with Liz or whatever. But yes, I think that we all know that I know what it's like to not smoke, and it does feel way worse now that I've been smoking here and there. It's like that reminder about like how nice it was not smoking anything. But I also just I need some cannabis in me. Like so
it makes me go like I think I would turn to one of these at that stage. Like I'd just be like, all right, I'm just sticking with this dumb shit for a while.
Well, so now it's turned out like I was going to talk about this at some point, so I might as well just quickly talk about it now. So last weekend, Liz and I went to like a weed, or I guess it was a cannabis like convention or whatever.
Yeah, you did. Fuck yeah.
And it was like, what the hell is it called? Cannabis East is what it was. And it was like at a convention hall, and like you went in and there was like tons of like companies, grow companies, hardware companies, whatever that were basically like showcasing what they had. And then there's like a big pop-up shop there. So you could basically buy anything you saw there, but you just wouldn't buy it from the booths themselves. And they recently just made like disposables and like, you know, 510 disposable, whatever, 510 vapes, basically concentrates like liquid diamonds, all that kind of shit are now legal on this province as opposed to like they were in Ontario for a long time. So I'm just gonna go buy one of those like on Friday.
So it wasn't an option until very recently.
Yeah,
where you're at.
And so I would prefer to do that. Clearly, like I'll not feel too guilty doing that inside, you know, a few hits here and there. Like I don't vape inside other than when we're doing the show, and then I use like this whatever this fucking thing is. But anyways, the convention was cool. I bought a few things there. I will say like shout out to this company. They're called Back 40. Dude, they have like the coolest joint case I've ever seen. It's like this pretty thick metal container that like somehow keeps shit nice and moist in there. But it's honestly, dude, it's like a flip top cigarette pack, but it's made of metal. It's like you'd think that bullets would have came in it or some shit. I don't know. It's fucking cool. And dude, their joints, they smoke so nice. Then they honestly, they kind of do. They kind of look like cigarettes, but they're just like not white papered. Yeah. But dude, I got some like killer fucking strains. Like I got a root beer float. I got a different company that makes or grows permanent marker, which I've realized that I really, really, really like it because I had it before, and this is a different grower, and it's just as good. And the other one, I can't remember. It's called like Firestarter, I think. But that's like the one that was like that cool, like Back 40 company. But yeah, dude, like it was cool, man. I got free hats. Honestly, it reminded me of like going to like a vape convention. Nice things, right? Yeah.
You said permanent marker. I was like, wait, where's my bag at, dude? I just picked some up. I got like one round left in the volcano right there.
Yeah, dude, it's fire. But dude, I forgot what it was like going to a convention because like, dude, I got like
were you able to partake while you were there?
No. They said no.
Dude, let me tell you about
it was not like so it was not like a cannabis cup style thing. I think that there are those, but this was not it. So like you could go outside and consume, but not inside, if that makes sense. And like they were giving away gummy samples, but there'd be no THC. So it'd be like, this is what it's going to taste like without THC, which made no sense.
Well, that's how it is in Massachusetts. Like we can sample out non-infused product. So like if I distinctly will never forget it. It'll be forever burned in my head. We had this dude, Peter. Shout out to Peter over at Kana, Massachusetts. Peter is the fucking man. He is one of the best people I have ever seen as a sales rep for a cannabis brand. So shout out to Peter with Kana. But like this dude would show up and he'd have like 300, 400 bags of sample gummies. Just, he'd hang out by the door basically. As soon as you walk in, but hey, you want some free candy? Want some free candy? And like his attitude was like, look, we have a cannabis product, but I'm just pitching, like, I'm giving you free candy. Like, you're going to get the munchies when you're done getting stoned. So, here's some gummies, enjoy them. And if you like them, we also make them with weed in it. And I remember him handing off to one guy, and this guy was like, what the fuck is this? There's no weed in it? The fuck do I want this for? Just cussing him out, and Peter being like, hey, man, you don't have to take it. Just cool as can be. This dude just literally turning red, getting angry because there's no weed in the sample. And like it's just permanently burned in my head remembering this.
Yeah, like I personally didn't care. I ate it, dude. I was stoned when I got there, and my mouth was dry as fuck. And they were like, "Yeah, you want some free like gummies? They're not infused, but whatever. You can get the infused ones right over at that pop-up shop. There's like places giving you drinks and shit." I was like, "Yeah, I'll try all this stuff. My mouth is dry.
I wish
give it to me."
I wish you guys could have experienced like the heyday of like the High Times cannabis cups. Like Sean, have you ever? Did you ever make it to a High Times event?
So, yes and no. Like High Times has now gotten involved in some of the events that I have been involved in, but I have never been involved with them when they were. Well, now that it is with them, but I mean the shit that I've done was always like outdoor, like the Boston Freedom Rally. Our fucking hemp fest, as people called it. Like, it was always an outdoor consumption everywhere, open.
Yeah, dude. That's how it was out here, bro. Like, because I went to a few High Times events and then also just like offshoots that I'm sure that they're probably still affiliated with. But, dude, you'd go, you wouldn't bring it. No, you wouldn't have to bring any weed with you, bro, at all. But you would be getting high the entire time you were there for free, bro. For free. I had never taken so many free dabs. Because, dude, you're just walking around in booths, or they're just like, hey, you want to try a dab? Want to try that? Like, Sean said, you want some fucking edibles? Whatever, dude. Like, they're giving out samples of everything. And then not only that, like, depending on the place, you'd also pick some stuff up. Or every now and then, dude, you get like a free fucking gram of just some shit to try. Or like, they're just like throwing stuff.
Yeah, so here's a whole bunch of pre-rolls. Yeah.
Dude, like, I'd come home without spending that much and probably have like about an ounce worth of weed easily. If not more stuff.
Honestly, the industry events, like, that's one of the things I do miss about working in the cannabis industry, because like industry events are a lot in that vein. Even though you can't do them, you're going to be able to do them now because we can do social consumption in mass. But like you couldn't do them. We could do industry events in certain places, and like I went to one, they gave me a half ounce of fucking weed. And they were like, all we ask in return is for you to review one of these and give us feedback. Like, it's all we want. And they didn't want me to, like, make a YouTube video or nothing dumb. They just wanted me to literally answer a questionnaire and give them some feedback about one of the strains. So that way they could further develop this product line. I was like, you can give me a half ounce of weed, 4 different strains, and all I got to do is talk about one of them with you all for a minute? Psh, let's go.
Yeah, that's not that much of an ask.
That's when I had that all that freeze-dried weed for a while. Where they were fucking freeze-drying it and then selling it right out instead of doing it as a press. And that way you were keeping all your terps and everything exactly where they belong. The only caveat is that there's only a small handful of stoners who truly vibed with that weed. And that was people who vape and people who roll joints. Because like that shit rolled fucking awesome. It smoked great in a joint. It vaped fucking awesome. But if like you took bong rips or smoked out of pipes, you were fucked. You had 2 hits and that shit was dust. But man, I do miss those. I'm actually gonna go to a weed event this weekend. So
Oh, nice, dude.
yeah, and it is you're allowed to consume on site. So like you can go around to the dispensary, whatever, grab some weed, and then show up and just consume on site. So I'll probably bring my packs and my G pen, and then if my little dab thing is here by then, maybe I'll bring that jam too. But I don't expect that. But yeah, like it'll be cool. Like I don't know entirely what they got planned for this one because it's a small spot and it's run by the dispensary. So shout out to Suncraft in Middleborough for all the cool shit they do over at the Grove. First event of the season on the 19th to celebrate 420. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh man, I am getting.
Yeah, I didn't even
parched.
realize it was going to be like 420 this weekend.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, it's just Monday.
Yeah. So like I was like, oh, there's gonna be a bunch of sales, but
Oh, happy early anniversary, Sean.
Thank you.
yeah, dude,
Because I won't see you until after. So
exactly, dude.
Well.
Good thoughts, Chris. Good thoughts.
yeah, man.
I'm catching some dry mouth, so I think now is a good time to talk about.
Where'd you find it?
So, I scooped it up at my local Walmart while grocery shopping. So,
Okay, I'm not gonna ask any further questions. Just open it and
Yeah.
taste it.
Here's what I
Dirty
can tell
do.
you. Yeah, here's what I can tell you. My wife bought a second one because I bought us each one, and I was like, I'm waiting until the show to try mine. She tried hers and was like, okay. She ended up buying a second one, so it didn't suck if she bought a second one. That's all I know. So for those who don't know,
I
Dirty
wish
Do
you
is
could pour it into a glass to see if it's like,
Oh,
see what the
it's-
color
it is-
looking like.
it's green, but it's off green. It
Yeah.
is like cream soda opaque compared to normal Dew. And it's a cream soda
Murky,
Dew
if
for
you
those
will.
who don't know. You definitely get a hint of like cream soda and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I like that because I'm not a big cream soda guy.
I love cream soda personally. I like white cream soda. I don't like the gold or M or whatever it's called. White or pink. Sean is smiling, so he definitely doesn't think it's disgusting. That's for sure.
He keeps drinking it too.
That's an experience. I'm so confused. My tongue doesn't know what to think.
See, those situations kind of.
It's got to be creamy though.
Oh, dude,
Right? Like it's
it-
creamy because Mountain Dew is never creamy to me.
No, there's.
it is a cream soda flavor up front, and then
Eh,
all of a sudden, about midway through the sip,
do you
this
get a sip?
lime note kicks in, and you've got like almost like a not a key lime pie because it's definitely not key lime flavor, but like it's got like that level of a creamy lime thing happening. My taste buds are super confused by this, and I now
Go in for another
Let me
understand.
sip.
ask you this:
Go for another sip.
have you ever had the like lime Yoplait yogurt? I think it's like
I don't
key
fucks with the
lime or,
yogurts
like,
at all.
Oh, so I was gonna say, I wonder if it's like that, because that's this exact kind of what not like what he's saying, but like that's what I'm thinking, kind of. It's because yogurt's creamy. Obviously, yogurt's kind of got that kind of like creamy component to it, just in texture.
I think
Obviously,
the description for you, James, would be if you made a Mountain Dew float and let the ice cream just completely melt in. Like
see
just
that
threw a scoop of vanilla ice
not,
cream in
I'm
Mountain
not
Dew
that mad at.
and letting the ice cream fully melt in so that you got like the creaminess and there's a vanilla note there. Like it's definitely a vanilla cream soda and Mountain Dew.
I might be able to vibe with that.
It's worth trying.
I'll try one. I like every do. I'm not against trying any of them. There are some that I'm not going to try again. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna say the lime note from the Dew feels more sour. Like,
is that like I feel like
maybe it's the juxtaposition of the soft cream note that makes the lime just feel like it's like when I say it feels more sour, it's almost like when you squeeze the lime into your margarita and then you take that sip, you get that little bit of fresh lime juice still sitting on top in your sip. It's like, ooh, like it's got a little extra pep in its step compared to regular Dew's lime note.
I find like that Baja Blast might have the strongest lime flavor of any Mountain Dew that I can think. To me.
That's interesting because I pick up way more of the tropical fruit flavor that's there than I pick up the lime note.
I think I kind of get what Chris is saying, because like the lime in like Baja Blast, I feel like does kind of like hit you first, and it's like kind of like, yeah,
it is definitely prominent,
but it's just a different lime flavor to like the OG. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I totally I get what he's saying, because it definitely fucking pops. You know what I mean? It's like out of like all the different variations that are out there, like that one's definitely got like that lime pop to it.
Yeah, like I think this would change
I wonder
the tide
what a dirty Baja would be like.
You could be totally on something now,
dude. I wonder if that's never mind, I'm not gonna bring it up.
Giggity. Well, shit. Now you got me thinking about the other one they just did, the Midnight.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Like getting the creamy note on that passion fruit.
Well, dude, Jesus, my bag hit me. It kind of makes me want to. Oh, geez. Hold on. Okay. Anywho, it makes me want to like test some of these like mixtures that are coming out of, I think it's Utah. That's where like the whole like dirty soda like things like really fucking. I think is it Utah?
I think you're right. I think that's like where the trend is really kind of took off.
Just like in that area, like because they don't do like coffee or like
or alcohol, because
or things like that. So like instead of Starbucks and stuff, they just open these soda shops that make
100% Utah from the Mormon community.
Yeah. But anyway, like I've seen some like people make like their own at home based off of like recipes from like some of these like shops or just people posted, and some of the things that like they put into them, I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna go, like, because they're using like, you know, coffee creamers sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Or, like, you know, just milk, or, you know, heavy cream, or like whatever different things. And also like the different, like, you know, like the different flavorings where they do like shots of flavors and stuff. So like add different shots of those to it, and like
Yeah,
Kinda
so like
nuts.
I just pulled up some dirty soda recipes, and like the classic dirty soda, as it's being called on this site, would be 7.5 ounces of diet or regular Coke, 1.5 teaspoons of fresh lime juice, 2 teaspoons of coconut syrup, 1 to 2 tablespoons of half and half or a non-dairy creamer.
Yeah, they lost me at the coconut, bro.
Then you got a raspberry cream soda, doing 7.5 ounces of Sprite, a tablespoon of raspberry syrup, 2 teaspoons of vanilla syrup, and then 1 to 2 tablespoons of half and half or non-dairy creamer. That actually doesn't sound bad. It's an
Yeah,
orange
I'm not sure
creamsicle.
that like I think it sounds awesome, but I would try it. And then if I didn't mind that one, then I would definitely try like other things.
It's
You know what I
weird,
mean?
right? Because like it's the like the half and half, right? That's what fucking just kind of like putting raspberry syrup into regular soda doesn't freak me out. Whatever, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
adding the cream. I'm like, really? Are we doing this?
Yeah, like I said, I would try it with one thing without having like really elevated expectations. Like it could definitely not be for me. But then if I like that, then I would probably try other shit. Like that first one you said didn't sound that appetizing to me. The raspberry one sounded better.
We got
So
a
if I tried
strawberry
the
Coke.
raspberry one and it was like not bad, then I'd probably try that first one.
Well, we have a strawberry Coke here. Just Coke, some strawberry syrup, some vanilla syrup, and the half and half or a non-dairy creamer.
Well, it's definitely not going to be short on sweetness. Like you're basically adding sugary syrups into already
And already
sugary
sweet,
pops.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Like one in here, I can already see being like the place I think you start if you're into this or you want to dive into this, and that's an orange creamsicle. Take your orange soda, add a little bit extra orange syrup, add some vanilla syrup, and then a little bit of cream. A little bit of your half and half or your non-dairy creamer. But if you like a creamsicle, that sounds like a drinkable creamsicle, and it's probably right up your alley. It's probably the safe way to tiptoe into this where you're like, that's probably not objectionable.
Yeah. I think that yeah, I think that lots of people would probably try that. Not everybody might not if they're like, yo, I'm going to give you this dirty pop or whatever. Be like, yo, I made this cocktail, try it.
I don't
It's non alcoholic, but you can try it.
I don't fuck with creamsicles, so it's probably not my jam.
Yeah, I'm not a
but
creamsicle guy either, really.
I don't mind creamsicles. I'm not like a fan, but I mean, if you offered me a creamsicle or a popsicle or whatever, like I'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll have the creamsicle. I'll have the popsicle. I'm not really that picky.
I will say I'm digging the new Pop-Tart ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, you got some?
Oh yeah, well, so I mean, I tried the first round when they did was it strawberry, chocolate, and the brown sugar cinnamon. So I tried those, but they just released a cookies and cream and a s'mores one. Honestly,
Okay.
that cookies and cream is hitting because you're getting like a chocolate a chocolate frosted Pop Tart for your outsides with a nice cookies and cream ice cream inside. That one's hitting. The graham cracker when frozen, not as much on the s'mores.
Yeah, I don't even like them regularly. So I would not have probably even bought the ice cream version.
But yeah, not bad. I saw that they were a thing. Had to go try them. And yeah, cookies and cream are hitting. I fucks with it.
I could get behind that.
Oh, so real quick, I dropped a question in our group chat earlier.
Yes, I
And,
wanted to get to this, so I'm glad you were bringing it
it's
up.
just a random thought that just popped into my head, just because, like, honestly, I've been listening to just a lot about like just like space, and just also like Bob Lazar did another interview with fucking Rogan,
Oh
and
gosh.
apparently there's this new documentary that's out or coming out that's called S4, a Bob Lazar story or something like that.
It's out.
And this guy like that did it like pretty much recreated in like a physical like 3D environment the actual S4 site at Area 51 where Bob Lazar worked, and like saw like this what he calls the sports model, which was like a UFO or like whatever we would kind of think. And just like how he's like just like kind of breaking down like the technology and like what would we be capable of if we were able to like actually like harness that. And like that was just like a question like he just said, and then I was like, dude, what if like there was like some sort of like, you know, science fiction sci-fi type technology that like we could actually have right now? Like if you could have one, what would that be? Like if you could like from like any sort of like sci-fi sort of thing, like obviously because it doesn't exist, but there's plenty of cool shit in sci-fi movies that we don't have that could be cool. Is there something that like pops out to like you guys? Because like I've been thinking about it, dude, and there's so many cool things, dude, that would be so sick.
The first one that comes to mind for me is the Star Trek teleportation. The whole like,
see, that was one thing that popped.
Beam me up, Scotty. Like, you know, like to be able to just dematerialize and then rematerialize on site wherever you need to be. Like, I love the thought of being able to just sit my happy ass at home and be like, time to go to work. Beep, beep, boop, boop. I'm at work. Like, that would be fucking sweet. To never have to travel anywhere to buy all that time back to my, you know, in my life would be amazing.
It would be kind of crazy. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can go anywhere, so it is pretty cool.
That too. It makes, you know, like, intercontinental travel.
All you'd need is like at your house, have your own personal teleporter that you literally just like walk into. And like wherever you're going, there's going to be stations all over the place that you just portal to. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
have, like,
yeah, dude, we could do the podcast, all three of us in the same room every Wednesday.
Literally, we could
be like, boys, I gotta dip out, I gotta get to bed, and then I would just hop back in the teleporter and then zip back here and go to bed.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, all right, well, Chris can't puff at his house, so I'll host this week. James, you host next week. Like, like it would be fire. Again, we could go hang out with fucking Aziz anytime we wanted.
Or Breeze Tones. Or
right.
Whoever, dude.
True Chris.
Anyone.
Like, so many people that, like, it would be an absolute luxury to be able to see on demand. You'd have the ability to do that because you could just teleport to where they are. Like, that's fucking awesome. So, like, that's the very first one that immediately comes to mind for me. It seems like we're all in agreement that that would totally be sick.
Oh, yeah. No, that'd be sick. I mean, I guess... I mean, jokingly, I want to say, like, I want the 3 shells. Or whatever from fucking... that's... What was that movie? Whatever, the joke's not gonna hit because I can't even remember, but it's the 3 shells. But in the washrooms, you know what I'm talking about? Demolition Man.
Oh no, I
remember the movie Demolition Man.
I know the movie. I do.
They're like in the bathroom. It's like they never explain it, but it's like you're supposed to know what the 3 shells are. But I think that honestly, it'd be really cool to have like some Jedi powers. Like if we're talking about that, like if I could
Bro, tell me that's
control
fun.
people's brains, or if I could just be like, tell them what I want them to think, like that'd be pretty cool. It'd be
Force move
risky.
things.
It'd be pretty risky. Like
I need that.
That's a pretty big power, but I mean that'd be pretty cool. I could definitely make good with it. I don't have to do nefarious shit.
Damn, dudes.
Yeah. How easy would your job be, Chris, to just be like, that bush like that right there, that like that?
I could also be like, hey, why don't you grow? I need you to grow. I need a bigger version of you now. Let's go. Grow.
Yeah. I need more than one.
I could also like convince my bosses that I needed more things.
Be I need a bigger budget and a raise.
I'm going on a 4-month-long vacation.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like it'd be great if I got a brand new truck.
Yeah.
Don't ask. Just do it. It needs to be a fucking GMC. Thank you. I mean, that'd be sick. I did get a new truck this year, but it was like a used one, like from somewhere else. But it was better than the one I had like last season.
Sadly, Chris, the DPW always gets a hand-me-down from somebody else in the town. I've learned that in my career.
I mean, it's a 2020. It's not like old, but it's not new.
I just thought about this. Like that, as cool as Jedi like powers are, that's not necessarily technology.
Well,
that was the question. So like, give me a second one that like maybe
science
like,
fiction.
I get where you're going, but like, because I was with you, I rode with you there, and then I just like it just clicked in my head. I was like, oh wait,
it's like a lightsaber is tech, but you're right.
Yeah,
Jedi mind tricks are not.
Yeah. But I was with you 100%, bro. I was riding with you, bro.
No, I totally co-sign as well. Like, that would be sick.
We're both on that ride. We're on the ride together.
I don't think there's a single listener who would argue that having Jedi powers would suck.
Oh, no, it's obviously it'd be cool as fuck. I don't know. I think that it's kind of hurting me that I'm not like the biggest science fiction guy.
Well, no, I'm just, it's just like whatever, like kind of like technology you've seen like in movies or something that we don't have that currently that you can't use, that doesn't exist, but like you've seen it like in a show or like a movie. That's why I said sci-fi, because sci-fi stands for like science fiction. So it's like,
yeah, no, but that's why I said like I'm not a science fiction guy. Like Star Wars would be like that little tiny itch that I would scratch. So like trying to think of something, like I do think that the whole Star Trek like teleporting would be really cool, but I mean,
it
maybe
doesn't necessarily have to be like sci-fi, but just like whatever, like I just mainly meant like whatever like kind of technology that doesn't exist.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Oh man,
like,
remember the future ride for Disneyland or whatever, where they're trying to imagine what it would be like from the 1960s to like the 2000s.
I guess just like literally any flying vehicle would be cool.
Yeah,
like personal
the
flying
DeLorean
vehicles
would be cool, or like this thing from the Jetsons would be cool, like just a flying vehicle. I do kind of like don't like people driving, and if I could fly, that'd be cool. Not everybody else is going to have it.
You could see it happen in your lifetime too. We are getting very close to personal aircraft like that.
I mean, to be fair though, Sean, when I was like 15, people were like, dude, by the time you're like 40 years old, we're going to have flying cars. You're going to be able to go across the world in like 4 hours. Bro, we're nothing. I'm 46. None of that shit's fucking happened yet. So it's possible. I'm pretty sure that if you had told me when I was 20 that there would be electric cars that can drive themselves, I'd be like, sure. Yeah, of course there is. And we're living in a time where that is definitely not just even one car company. There's now multiple. So I guess it's possible.
Well,
so we got.
Here you go, Chris. Here you go, Chris. You ready?
What's that?
You ready for this, Chris? From December 9th, 2025, the world's first flying car is now being handmade in California. Like I'm saying, like you might actually see this one in your lifetime.
Oh, dude, that honestly though, Sean, that looks like it's like a drone with a car cover pulled over it.
Well, so
Make it look
basically
like a
what's
car.
going on here is obviously we're not at a stage where he's able to test with human beings in it. So we're at a remote, but he's not the only one. There are other people who are racing right now to pull this off and make it a reality. Here you go, October, America on brink of flying car revolution. We are very, very close to actually pulling this off. Do I think it's like we'll see it ubiquitous? Like it is the primary way we all get around? No, this is going to be billionaire class in our lifetime. You know what I mean? Like this will be the billionaire, millionaire class who affords this and gets around this way.
Oh,
But-
if they're that close now, I wouldn't even say that. I'd say in 20 years, you might be able to buy one for the price of like I don't even think I'd say BMW. I feel like it'd be less than that.
Who knows? I mean, it's entirely possible. Like right now, China's BYD electric cars are cheaper than just about anybody else when you convert to your preferred currency, and they're solid. They're not half as crap as
Actually,
some of the American ones. So
Quick note on that. So one of the guys I work with, he's like always finding new and interesting, unique things, right? There's this new car company. I don't know where they're made. Like, I think they might be in America, but I'm not even entirely sure. But they're supposed to be one of the cheapest electric vehicles. But they're like, they're almost like you can decide whatever you want it to be. So there's like the main chassis, and then there's like a stock pickup truck, but you can get like an SUV back. You can get like a convertible SUV back. You can get like all these different things, and they're all like modular.
I've
So basically,
seen
it's
something
like,
about this. Yes,
and apparently, like they're pretty fucking affordable. They're like $15,000 or $20,000, and honestly, dude, they look pretty cool to me. They don't look like super ridiculous. They just look simple. But yeah, I can't remember. I wish I could fucking
Slate
remember.
Auto.
Slate. Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
That's
Oh
exactly.
yeah,
what
they're
it
like
is.
modular, where you can build
Yeah.
it like how exactly you want it, and they're pretty like minimal.
Yeah, so you
as far
could
as,
get-
like, the interiors and
Yeah.
shit. They look pretty.
They look
slick,
cool
I'm not
to
gonna
me.
lie.
Yeah,
I'm
dude, the
with you.
SUV one looks sick.
I
Even
don't
the truck
hate
version
this.
looks kind of cool,
Like I don't hate that at all. That's not.
like Land Rover esque. You know,
It also brings me back to like the old the Bronco 2 from back in the 90s. It's kind of got that vibe going on as well. Kind of has
It
the
honestly
OG
also
RAV4.
kinda looks like a Lada SUV. But the truck version, I like it. Then they have one that's like looks like a Bronco with its like fucking back, like roof off kind of thing. Yeah, like there. They show it without it. Yeah, that one. I think it looks pretty cool. I have no idea actually how much they cost because I could not find the exact price, but
You can put
just
your
imagine-
reservation in for $50. $50 down. But yeah,
I like that. The pizza of trucks.
it's definitely a very, very cool idea. And I mean, we are definitely getting closer and closer to a revolution in automotive tech for sure.
I'd be open to something like that if I could have it in a manual, but I can't. So fuck it. I'm so fucking over it.
They're trying to take care of you, Chris. They're making pretend manuals that will give you all the feeling, but none of the actual. I'm gonna burn a clutch out.
I don't burn clutches out. I just want a fucking clutch, bro.
So you'll have a pretend clutch. You'll have actual pretend gear feedback. Like Ford, Jeep, and Chevy are all developing their own version of this right now because they know there are people like you who refuse to fuck with an electric car because of this very reason. And they also know that the sports car class, if they're ever going to make an electric sports car that, enthusiasts actually like, they're going to have that feature. There's no way someone's going to drive an electric Corvette as just a...
Well, there is a way people will do it, but I think that it's also just like Dodge. They made like an electric Charger, and
yeah, they did.
They made it for 1 year, and they stopped making them.
I mean, the Ford...
And they were expensive as shit.
The F-150 Lightning is discontinued. The Mach-E is discontinued. Like... This is a lot.
But it's also because they charge an insane amount of money for all those things too.
I mean,
like, I don't know how much the Lightnings were in America, but up here, like you basically couldn't get one for under $70,000.
This most recent year, they were pretty competitive with a gas model F-150.
Yeah, I'm going off of a few years ago because my brother's is a 2021 or a 2022.
I can believe that.
Right after his, it was like it went way up. Like, he didn't pay that much. He probably paid like $55K at the time, and then like a 2023 or 2024. By that point, they were like $65,000 to $75,000 at least.
That also is a matter of how your dealer is ordering shit, because I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who specs cars for a living, Ford nickel and dimes the fuck out of people. It's gross. I mean, for an example, if you want to buy a regular Explorer today, brand new, it's an additional $400 to $500 to have a spare tire.
That seems, honestly, like that's almost everyone. It seems like that. They'll be like, you can get the little air canister with the slime in it.
Chevy gives you a spare tire on most models standard still. Most. They're probably going to stop that soon, let's be honest, but most models
they don't make cars anymore either, so.
Yeah, they do. They're just all electric.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
They're just electrics now. And they're gross, but no, but in all seriousness, like that's the thing that blows my mind, is that like they nickel and dime the fuck out of you for everything. Like, they charge you for floor mats, they charge you for so much dumb shit. I mean, you saw it when you had to order your car. Like, these dealers are brutal.
I was lucky when I ordered my car, I literally was like, I want the cheapest car you can get, period. If I see any option on here, I'm not signing any paperwork. Like,
that's the basest base model possible.
Yeah.
Because like that's the craziest part, is that like there are so many charge options, and like I ran into a situation where I was trying to spec out a vehicle for a person, and it turned out to be a situation where if I was going to give this customer a specific option, it was going to add an additional $1,200 of other options. There was no other way I could configure this car to have that feature without adding these additional $1,200 in options.
I hate that. Actually, it's on the Ford note of doing that. So I was like, I really wanted a Ford Bronco. I've come to the conclusion that I just can't justify it. I could afford it, but it would be like my entertainment budget would be gone. My gas budget would have to go up. Like, it's just not really feasible, especially now, like this like fucking war shit and all that stuff. Like, gas has fucking gone up at least like 30%, like in the last like 2 months. But I was like looking into it, and dude, I really wanted like this one that had like a black, like actual top. Like, not just like the canvas top. And the only way you could get that was you had to get the black appearance package. So like you'd get the top, and it would be like $2,000. But the only way you could actually have that option as an option was if you got the black appearance package, which
Yes,
gave you
sir.
like different
Blacked out
wheels
emblems,
and
the better
and it would
wheels.
be like another
yep.
fucking $2,000. So like you have to spend that fucking money. So like if you want the top, it's not just the $2,000. It's actually like $4,500 for shit that you probably don't care about. Because I don't care. The wheels that it came with were actually shittier looking than the fucking base ones. It's like, what are we doing here, Ford?
Oh, you
Like,
don't
that's
like
crazy.
you don't like the machined aluminum that's been painted over?
Yeah, dude, they look like black steelies. Like, what are you doing? They're
I honestly, I like black steelies.
no, but I don't want to pay more money for them, Sean.
No, I hear you. Now, in that same
That's
vein,
what it is. I don't
in
mind
that same
them. I
vein,
just
Chris,
don't want to pay more money.
in this vein though of paying more money for black steelies specifically, I mentioned that if you gonna order an Explorer, it's like an extra $400 or $500 to get your spare tire and shit, right? What happens if you got one that didn't have the spare tire and you want one? Want to take a stab at what that's gonna run you?
Oh, dude, it's probably like $800 to $1,200. Oh, it's even more.
It was $1,600 fucking dollars, bro.
That's disgusting.
For me as a dealer, it was $1,600 fucking dollars. Like, that's insane.
But people will pay it, and I guess that's how come Ford didn't have to take bailouts in 2008.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like,
Maybe.
I know what they're doing. They're charging you for a rim. They're charging you for a tire. They're charging you for the mounting. They're charging you for the balancing. They're charging you for the labor to do it all. So, like, I see how we got there, but fuck you, man. $400 to just throw it in the trunk at the factory. $1,600 to put it together and send it to me after the fact. Fuck you. That's brutal.
That's beyond brutal, to be honest. That's,
matter of fact, I don't even get the fucking jack. I don't even get the mini jack for the 1,600.
I don't even know what all I paid for on my car, like all the extras and shit, dude. I just went in, I was like, I want this, and this is what I want as far as a payment goes. What can we do?
Dude, you actually could have like just that fake spare tire vibe where you inject the slime.
I got a donut, bro.
Oh, you do have one. Okay.
And then I've got a air pump too, like the one that plugs into the fucking.
Well, shit. At least they gave you a donut. That's sick.
Yeah, my car came with one. Kudos.
I honestly
to Nissan,
didn't think it did because for the longest time I didn't think I had one. And I was like, fuck, dude. And then one time I had a blowout on the side of the road, and I was like, fuck. Lifted up the fucking trunk. I was like, oh hey, what you doing down here? Because I just went to get the fucking jack just so I could fucking see what was going on. I was like, oh hey, little buddy.
I will say I'm very grateful because I have a full-size spare in the trunk of the Lincoln. So that is the one upside to buying old luxury cars. You get some nice amenities that were just standard features. Because, like,
yeah, I guess maybe that's what I was overlooking, Sean. Maybe that's how come Broncos cost like $45,000 for a base one, because they have a full size spare hanging on the back tailgate. Oh, that's Now that makes sense how they're so expensive. Okay.
Also because it's more computer than it is machine these days.
Oh, I'm sure that's probably part of it.
Like the BCM, ECM, PCM, like all these different control modules through the system. Like that vehicle is majoritively running on data, not mechanical shit anymore. Like even your lights, because they're all LED, run on data signals instead of turn on, turn off signals.
Yeah, and just like the fact that so many vehicles nowadays, like they have these tiny little motors with turbos. Like it seems like basically everything from every company, that's what they are. So like even in that car, it's like a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder turbo that puts
Yeah.
out like 300 horsepower. It's like, okay, well, it's got to be a lot of tuning in there to get that to happen.
Yeah, don't let that car idle. You know,
Yeah.
just drive it and then turn it off. Try not to idle for long periods of time in that car. That engine won't like it. Oh man, but we veered way off the topic because we never heard
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
James's
I was just sitting
sci-fi
here like,
tag.
damn, dude, I don't even know if I answered.
No,
Well, first thought I had was definitely, teleportation sort of technology. I was like, that would be sick. And then, I did kind of go down Chris's alley as far as like Star Wars. I was like, well, what kind of like Star Wars tech would be sick? I was like, obviously a lightsaber would be cool, but what the fuck? What am I really gonna do with that? But then I was thinking, it would be kind of cool to have like a speeder or something just to fucking rip around on. The little fucking hover bikes that they just fucking ride, or even fucking the big ones, dude. Like pretty much a flying car. So that's kind of like what Chris said. So, fuck. I also kind of went like sci-fi cartoon because like, I also thought about this thing called the fucking Omnitrix, which is from this fucking cartoon called Ben 10. And it's literally this like wristband, bro, that like stores like different like DNA like segments from like all these different fucking like alien creatures, and then you just like fucking turn it to whatever one you want, you slap your wrist, and then you turn it into that fucking alien or whatever. It's like, dude, that would be kind of sick. But then again, what am I gonna do with that? Be like some sort of superhero? Dude, an Iron Man suit would be kind of dope though. I might have to go Iron Man suit. Can I do that? That's like
course.
sci-fi technology.
That
You
is
can do whatever
totally-
you'd like. That is
Bro, 'cause
technology in there.
I could literally fly wherever I want. I could have the ability to fight crime if I wanted to.
You definitely ain't gonna get yourself fucked up in that suit.
Exactly, dude.
It's gonna be real hard to get hurt.
I would rock that,
Yeah,
dude. Or fucking a Power Ranger morpher, bro, and just fucking turn into a fucking power. No, I'd still go with the Iron Man suit, dude. That'd be sick.
I'm totally co-signing on an Iron Man suit. I like this idea. I also think we left out another great one, which was interstellar travel.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool too.
It'd be dope to have a Millennium Falcon and just be able to jump between fucking galaxies. Maybe Naboo really is real, you know? Maybe you can go to the Mos
but I'm
Eisley
really
Cantina.
not that like I'm not that adventurous, bro. Like I'm not really into going to different planets without having any idea. So like there's
Bro.
not that much of a draw there for me.
As much as you love scenery, could you imagine going to a real world Avatar universe?
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that can kill me. We know what happens with most original explorers. They die. They get diseases.
Yeah, but you won't be the first original. You'll just be the first white man.
That might not be great. But I see your point though. Like that would be cool to like even just to be able to like rip it. You could just be like, let's go to the dark side of the moon. That'd be a crazy, first date. It's like, hey, babe, you want to go to the dark
Just
side
go
of
as
the
some
moon?
full
They'd be
on
like, what
Rick
does
and
that
Morty,
mean?
just your own little personal space vehicle. We're gonna just take off. Bye.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna go flip around Venus. Let's go.
Bruh. Did you see some of those interstellar pictures they got from Artemis 2?
No, I did not.
Bro. I believe there was a Venus photo they got that was just out of this world incredible. So like, hold on, here we go. We're gonna share some of these real quick. This is a beautiful way to bring ourselves out for the night. So like, how's that for a new high def image of seeing the Earth from the moon? Like
Wow, that's
straight
pretty crazy.
killing it. Come on. Show me some more of these space photos. Here we go. Like, just seeing the light break, seeing the whole dark side of the Earth.
See, so there right now, there's people that'll say that all this stuff is fake, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like 100%. Okay.
Yo, one of my favorites
1000%, dude.
about this shot. Look at the northern lights up here in the upper corner.
You see him down at the bottom too?
Like, it is so
Bottom
cool.
right.
Like,
Or left, sorry.
Yeah.
unreal.
Like opposite poles.
Yep. Yep. Some just really incredible shit.
That's kind of a nuts picture.
Here's some shots of the moon. Like, we've definitely never had these high definition of photos until now. And it's pretty friggin' incredible.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't seem real. Like, you know what I mean? Like that there is
Yeah.
such a thing. I do believe that these are real, but it honestly doesn't seem like it would be.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like we are so used to telescope photos and the old photos from, space from before, that to have our current capabilities of photography and to send people back around the moon and be able to use our current photography technology to be able to capture these images is outstanding.
Yeah, the skeptics obviously with whatever think they're gonna go AI automatically. That is a crazy picture right there. Hold on, let's go back.
Right, like this one here with the craters.
Yeah.
It's
It's
incredible.
just gotta think, how big do you think those actually are if you were on the moon?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I have visited a crater that's somewhere in the western part of the country because I was traveling to Colorado, so it's between California and Colorado.
Yeah.
And that fucking thing is huge. So like this one in the center of the photo, I feel like you almost wouldn't realize you were on the edge of a crater if you were standing here. It looks like it's so massive. It's the Vavilov crater, apparently.
See that one right there? That one I'm not so sure about.
I don't know,
Doesn't
man.
that one look kind of fishy to you guys, or is that just me?
I think it's just you.
Because it looks like that where like the Earth is, that fucking. Well, I guess it's because it's pelted with craters, so it's not going to be like a crisp line. But dude, when I first glanced at it, I was like, that kind of almost looks like they cropped that, because I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'm high as shit too.
This is definitely a crop of a much larger photo. I am quite certain that if we saw the original photo, the Earth is not nearly as much of the picture as we're getting in this image. But because of the kind of photography equipment we have, you're able to zoom into a photo that you take, probably 100,000 times if you have the right equipment and be able to pull this
The Earth
so
almost
clean.
kind of looks like a painting.
100%.
That's kind of a
that-
trip.
That's the fun of the game of exposures. So here, this one's actually a technically bad photo. The thing that's in focus is the edge of this part of the not lander.
See, okay,
pod that they're
the more
in.
we're scrolling, the more I'm even kind of like, eh.
Like, this is a very technically bad photo, but it's also long exposure. And the way that I can tell you that is it's how they pull these stars. So obviously, for people who don't understand what I'm talking about, the shutter of the camera is exposed to light for a longer period of time. We can see the drag in these stars in the sky, which tells us that this was open for probably like 15 to 30 seconds to take the one photo. And so through the drift of space, we have movement. The only thing that they're actually focused on is the one solid object that's not going to technically move in the frame, which is the pod that they're in. And what you're actually seeing is a little bit of the sun peeking around the moon. Taken from a GoPro camera attached to a solar panel. Interesting. There you go. This is probably a very similar, from the camera on the solar panel. So this is what the perspective looks like when you actually have light on the subject that's technically in focus. And we can see the Earth just tucked behind the moon. Some pretty stellar shit that happened. Pardon the pun.
Yeah, dude, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, we are getting some very, very cool space imagery these days. I mean, the James Webb, that thing has some incredible shots of deep space for us now. That, like, talk about paintings, right? Like, here we go. Show this guy real quick. Bang, bang. Deep space is captured from the
crazy.
James Webb telescope, like other galaxies, just light years and lifetimes away from us. And these are the things that we're able to capture. Like, this shit is incredible. I don't remember who said it first, but space, the final frontier.
For real. Well, honestly, we still haven't even really gotten into the ocean much. I think we should take a dive down there and really see what's going on.
The aliens won't let us. That's where they're hiding the spaceships.
No, dude.
Why do you think that submarine imploded? The aliens crushed it.
Well, no, that and they're fucking controlling it with the GameCube controller, so.
Yeah, and Homeboy didn't thoroughly do his research and took it deeper than it should have and ignored other.
The thing is that apparently they had taken trips before, but apparently that one just was the final straw.
No, I was thinking, like, apparently, like, there were signs on those prior trips that this wasn't safe, and he's like, nah, fuck it, let's keep going. I mean, no risk, no reward. You got to risk it for the biscuit. Well,
yeah, I'm not jumping in anything that you're taking me crazy deep in the water and that you're gonna have to bolt me into.
Yeah. Me in deep water like that, hard pass. Hard fucking pass. But yes, my friends, we are at the end of our time, so thank you to everybody who tunes in and enjoys our fuckery every week. It is always a pleasure. Uncle Chris, you know what to do.
Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate you. Of course, give us reviews wherever you can. Spread the word. That'd be awesome. Of course, you guys ever have anything you want us to talk about, or you just have anything to let us know about what we might have talked about, hit up the email. Somebody always says it every week, so I'll save that for somebody else. I'll just say, yeah, thanks again. Have a good week. Live your best life. And I'll throw it over to James.
As always, huge shout outs to all the Shedheads for you guys' continuous support. We greatly appreciate you guys. As always, leave those 5-star reviews, like, subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do to help, more people find out about us. That's greatly appreciated if you're liking what you're hearing here. With that, I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes. Crisp by fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them, and a little bag or dab will do you.
That's right, my friends. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, head on over to shedtimepodcast.com and you can find links to everything. There's the Patreon, the merch store, and so much more. So if you want to support the Shed Time Podcast, that is a great way. You can grab yourself a Shed Time Podcast hat, t-shirt, or join the Patreon and get early access to the video and random occasional extra stuff from us. So with that, I'm going to tell you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun, because it's the Shed Time Podcast, and it's time to blow one up and blow one out.